With that, guys, we're going to move forward to take number 2. And like we said, it is Super Bowl week. And a lot of excitement is going to be happening down in the Big Easy. And we will be there in the house for what will be a huge moment in the matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, where the Chiefs will be trying to make history as the first franchise in the Super Bowl era to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls back to back to back. Meanwhile, Philly will be trying to dethrone the champions. Elijah, obviously, we're not making predictions just yet because we'll probably do that before the game in some kind of stream or however we see fit. But what does Kansas City need to do in order to three-peat? And then what do the Eagles need to do to dethrone the champs?
Kansas City just need to play their brand of football. Honestly, I just feel like Kansas City lost a handful of games last year and only one game this year because they beat themselves. Um, Honestly, I don't think that a lot of teams are better than them. I just think this team aura they have where they don't make mistakes, not too many of them, and they don't give another team to capitalize off of that. So even against the Buffalo Bills, I think in the AFC Championship game, the fumble that Patrick Mahomes lost, that was their first turnover since they played Buffalo earlier that year. So again, they don't turn over the ball a lot. They make sure they sustain drives, they keep things going, and they make sure they capitalize by getting points off of those long drives or for other teams' mistakes. So all they got to do is just play their brand of football. Kansas City don't need Patrick Mahomes to come out and throw 5 touchdowns and 500 yards. They don't need that. Play the brand of football, win the game, get out of there. Okay, I think that's Kansas City. Now for Philadelphia, Philadelphia just need to be Philadelphia. Like I think everybody will expect somebody to be like Jalen Hurts got to have this amazing. No, no, no. Saquon Barkley got to have 300. No, 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 no. They don't. They don't. All they have to do is be Philadelphia. What got them here is that they know how to run the football, put points on the board, and again sustain drives. The only difference is for them, I think that they have to create turnovers, which they have been doing all year. They have been getting turnovers all year. If they can get, if Philadelphia gets 3 turnovers in this ball game, they win this game. 3, they have to get 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. If Philadelphia gets 3, they win this game because they know how to, grab the ball out the air. They know how to punch the ball out a runner's hand. They know how to, capitalize off of what the laziness of what an offense can bring. So Philadelphia doesn't have to do anything spectacular. They don't. All they have to do is what they did all year, to create turnovers and play their style of play. I think Philadelphia could win that game. But like I said, with Kansas City, all they have to do is not beat themselves. So if Kansas City beat themselves, they will lose. If Philadelphia don't cause a turnover that Kansas City allowed, Philadelphia will win. So it's just playing that brand of football. Turnovers will be the key thing for me for both sides.
Yeah, man. And the turnover battle is always what it ultimately boils down to in big games. For me, the Eagles, in order for them, or excuse me, for Kansas City, in order for them to win, they got to keep Saquon Barkley in between the tackles. We know that he can run inside, outside, all over the field. But I feel like if you let that brother get out in space, you're setting yourself up to lose the game. I think all of the touchdowns, that he played, or that he scored against the Commanders, um, were runs where he either broke to the outside or it was going inside and then he bounced it outside. So all your guys that are in positions where they're going to be set to set the edge, whether that's a defensive end, whether that's a safety rolling down in the box, whether that's a corner on the backside of a tight formation, whatever it is, brother, your job is to make sure you force him back in there to where everybody else is, to where he can be tackled. If you can keep him, because chances are he still might rush for 100 yards, but keep him at 100 yards. Don't let him get 200 yards. Don't let him get 180 yards. Don't let him get that big play. Don't let him get that 60-yard, that 70-yard touchdown that can essentially be a knockout punch to you. Keep him where he's contained in the box, and you know what I'm saying? And that's easier said than done because we know Steve Spagnuolo loves to bring pressure in different instances. We saw what he was able to do to Josh Allen there on that 4th and 5 that essentially sealed the ball game in the AFC Championship game. However, You have to contain Saquon Barkley in the box. Don't let him bounce it outside. And the more that you can keep them in 3rd and long or 2nd and long situations, keep them away from the tush push situations, and force Jalen Hurts to beat you one-on-one. Like, if I lose the Super Bowl because Jalen Hurts had the game of his life, I'm okay with that. You're not finna let Saquon Barkley run wild, buck wild on this field, and Jalen Hurts be hitting me over the top with a play action pass to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You're not going to do that. That ain't going to happen, because I'm going to find a way. I don't care if we got to run engage 8. Saquon is not finna go off in this game. Jalen Hurts, you're going to have to beat me. As far as the Chiefs, they have to get Travis Kelce involved very early. I believe that, like we've said before, he's not creating a whole lot of separation and blowing by you with blazing speed, or having, the style of play that he was used to having in years past. But he is still a very, very vital piece to that offense. I think if you can get him the football very early on, that's going to open everything else up. We know Xavier Worthy is kind of like your next step of being a Tyreek Hill like wide receiver, but Travis Kelce is a huge focal point to what that offense has been able to do. I think I said what the Chiefs need to do to stop Philly, and then Philly, what they need to do is get 15 off his spot as many times as possible. Don't let him get comfortable back in that pocket. You need to put hands on him. And for them, that's going to be a lot easier done than said, because we know what type of dogs they got up front. All y'all boys up front, it's time to eat. And I ain't talking about just getting back there and tapping him. You need to hit him. I ain't saying hurt him, but you need to get back there and you need to make him uncomfortable. You need him talking to the refs early on. Hey man, they tearing me up back here. They tagging me back here. You need to have him second guessing and seeing ghost. Because as long as he's able to sit back there in the pocket and feel comfortable, it's going to be a long day for you as a Philadelphia Eagle, if that's what's ahead for you. So it should be a fun one, man, as the Super Bowl will be a really, really great matchup between the Chiefs and Eagles, like we said, and we will be in the house for Super Bowl. Is this 59, 51? I can't remember. One of them numbers. I don't be knowing all the numbers like that. It's the Super Bowl. It's the granddaddy of them all. It's the biggest sporting event of. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't know what number it is.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be super, super fun. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.